On our last morning at Elephant Sands, we awoke early enough to enjoy the spectacular view of the full moon setting in the west, while the rising sun flooded the entire area with light. We've just started our 3-hour drive up to Kasane in the north of the country, where we are booked for a sunset cruise on the Chobe River. Over the next few days, we will visit Chobe National Park and also Victoria Falls via the Zambia side.
So we've arrived here at Chobe River Safaris. We were supposed to be camping, but we're not. We'll be sleeping soft again for the next 3 nights. So here we are on the Chobe River, just registering at the radio station, going off that way. That's Namibia on the other side. And there we have our first sighting of a Nile crocodile. There's a water monitor. Young male kudu making his way across. Whoopsie, what's going on? What does he see? The only photo opportunities of the rear end of a hippo.
Yeah, we too congested with elephants around Africa and Botswana, or whereby our number 1 highest population is elephants. Number 2 it's impala.
Here the elephants are in the water.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, God.
Just beyond the boats. Now we have the light behind us. Elephants getting out. So here it begins, the sandy tracks of Chobe National Park. There's a helmeted guinea fowl. It's a bit of a poof story, but this is kudu poof, this is dried elephant poof, and just beyond that is impala poof. Now you know. So we have an impala there, alive, female, the male in the background, and then we have a dead buffalo cow. Or this is what's left of her. Big boy has himself a meal there. There's Mr. Giraffe munching away. So we're at Serondela picnic spot here in Chobe National Park. The thing that's the greatest about this place, toilets. Because you can end up driving for hours and not see a toilet and build up discomfort in places where you shouldn't have discomfort. Anyway, lots of cars, lots of people. So we have stopped for some coffee because someone is thirsty. Here amongst the lions and the crocodiles just down here. And there was a vervet monkey that came to inspect us. So we're now wondering whether he went to fetch his friends to explain to them that there's something happening here. Now it is, it's perfectly legal. This is a picnic area. We have a picnic table. We are set up for this kind of thing, but it does leave one with trepidation. Well, right here is the dead crocodile. Smells horrible. Okay, so we have some more elephants coming down. What's small is good. So here we are surrounded by elephants on all sides and a mating pair of lions. Male and female mating pair. Well, usually they're male and female, eh? But in any event, here they are. The male has a buck under his foot and he's been keeping him there all day. So I'm not quite sure what that story is. Maybe he's using that to regain his strength after a bit of argy-bargy.
We are now crossing the new Kazungula bridge into Zambia, which replaced the old pond system that existed before. Besides road vehicles, the bridge was built to accommodate a future rail network. The bridge passes between two tri-points which are 150 meters apart. As you can see, the bridge is curved to the right so that it passes between the territories of Namibia on the left and Zimbabwe on the right. And the bridge now also reduces the number of vehicles that have to pass through Zimbabwe to get to Zambia. And this has an impact on Zimbabwe economically, so much so that they have lobbied for inclusion in the benefits in the bridge, even though they have not given any input in its construction.
So we've entered Zambia. This is now several hours later, and we are proceeding gently down the road to the town of Livingston. Walking down the road to the falls and the restaurant. Helicopters in the sky. The tourists around the falls. Hey, that little guy was trying to give us a stick. Yeah.
So we are sitting here in the restaurant overlooking Batoka Gorge, which is just below the Victoria Falls. Now there is a zip line that starts here on our left on the Zambian side and that goes over to the end of the bridge on the Zimbabwean side. They also do bungee jumping from the platform in the middle of the bridge and rope swinging then from the arch, which is just below that. There are lots of activities around here. A few years ago we did some white river rafting down this gorge for 3 hours, and that was absolutely fantastic. Now, Victoria Falls Bridge was prefabricated in England and then transported here by ship and rail, and the construction of the bridge was completed here at this site in 1905. And sometimes the spray from the waterfall kind of washes over the bridge. So we are here on the Zimbabwean side of the bridge, and we are about to walk back to view the falls from Knife's Edge Bridge, which is on the Zambian side.
Oh, and here's a nice off-road vehicle. 6-wheel drive. Wow. Oh, they're living large off-road. Wow. So this is a statue of David Livingstone, the first European bloke to, a known bloke to see the falls.
It is really quite exciting to be back here at Victoria Falls. Just over to the right there, out of my line of sight, is a pool at the top of the falls, just on the edge there, called Devil's Pool. Now people can take a dip there during the dry season. Majestic in the late afternoon sun.
Victoria Falls has a width of over 1.7 kilometers and a height of just over 100 meters at its highest point. Now, it's not the highest or the widest waterfall, but the combination of its height and width puts it amongst the giants of the world. The amount of water that falls over the edge of the falls creates a consistent spray that can be seen from as far away as 50 kilometers from the falls. And this spray also causes the vegetation that surrounds the falls to resemble that of a rainforest. And we are walking into that spray right now. Standing in an area where the rain is raining down and it's raining up at the same time. So just here where we are, it's coming down, and just to the right of us it's going up. Now this fall is also known as Mosi Oatunia. The smoke that thunders, and the smoke is thundering here. We're walking across Knife's Edge Bridge. Hello! It's got some cleats in it to prevent us from slipping. It's a steel bridge, but thankfully for this strip in the bridge keeps us from slipping all the way down there. Well, almost sunset. The sun is completely gone, so we now have to leave this beautiful place.
Day 13 was spent getting additional supplies to carry us through the next 400 or so kilometers.